How confident are you that a budget compromise can be reached in the House of?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's really speculation. I don't think anybody knows. What I'm heartened by is that finally, for the first time, we've got folks in the General Assembly across the aisle, on both sides of the aisle, who acknowledge publicly that we should have significant structural change as part of getting a balanced budget. That's a major, I mean, that's, in some sense you'd say, oh, that's like a major sea change. That hasn't happened in the last, like, ever. And the simple fact is, we can't just think that we'll do a budget, and especially if it's got a big tax increase in it, and think that things will be better, or that we'll have a balanced budget long term. You can just look at New Jersey and New York and California and Connecticut and see they've already got massively high income taxes, graduated income tax. They've already got high property taxes. They can't balance their budgets. They can't pay their pensions. It's about taking on the structural issues that cause government spending to be high, growth rate and spending to be high, and keeping economic growth low. Our economic growth has been one of the slowest growing states for years, and we should be one of the fastest growing states in America. We have the people, the location, the infrastructure. We should be one of the fastest growing states in America. In fact, simple math is, if our economy grows slower than our government spending, we'll always have deficits and we'll always have higher taxes. And if our economy grows as fast or faster than our government spending, we'll have balanced budgets and or surpluses. This is just math. We've got to change our system so our economy grows faster, we get more jobs, and bring down the cost curve of government. This is everything that we're pushing for, advocating for, does that in one way or another. And so let me get to your specific, because it's very clear. So it's a big deal that the Senate is working on this. I think they're working in good faith on a bipartisan basis, and they're talking about the right issues. They're working on term limits. They're working on property tax relief. They're working on pension reform. They're working on education funding reform. They're working on regulatory relief on businesses, especially workers' comp, so we can be more competitive. They're dealing with the right issues, and I applaud them, and they're making progress. I don't think the deal's done. I think it's fluid. It's evolving. But I'm like cheering for them. I'm like, I think we should all cheer them, and hopefully they can get to a good place. The other side, and it could happen in days, it might be months, I don't know. I would like it done 18 months ago, but we gotta all stay persistent on it. I also want to applaud the House leadership on the Democratic side. I want to thank them. Two reasons. One, publicly House Democrats have said we should have tax reform to be more attractive and competitive for job creators. That's a big deal. I strongly agree with that. They've said it, and I'd like to work with them to try to get that done. The other thing they did, and they deserve a round of cheers, is they passed. They didn't just talk about it, they passed property tax bill that gives local residents the ability to vote up or down referendum whether property taxes can go up. That's a big deal. That's exactly what we need to begin to change the cost curve on our property taxes. So I applaud them for that. I hope that gets to my desk. It's not on my desk yet, but we can get it there, and that's a big